Welcome back to John's Bass Fishing. I'm at Neely Henry today, but we're not going to do any fishing at Neely Henry. We're just meeting some people and talking about some stuff. We want to talk about tournament trails and what kind of tournament trails you might want to fish, especially if you're new, just getting into the sport, or if you've just been fishing a long time and you just don't know where to go from here. But you know, there's a handful of different types of trails you can fish. You got your club trails, which is, you know, a fairly small group of guys that get together and schedule tournaments out every month or so and fish, and a lot of times they'll have their classics and stuff like that, and that's a good thing to get into, especially if you're you know, kind of new to it. You're not super competitive, or you just don't have a lot of money to blow on doing a lot of pre-fishing, but it's a great way to get some camaraderie with the guys and be competitive. But if you're wanting to make it to the next level, you know, you've only got a handful of options. You can fish the opens, which are pretty expensive to try to qualify for the Elite Series and stuff, or you can fish qualifiers. And the specific trail we're talking about today is a qualifier. It's a TBF, and we got a couple guys who are going to talk to you and tell you a little bit more about that. But what it is basically it's a trail with a little bit steeper competition. There's some good guys in there. They're out there. They're taking it seriously. They're practicing hard. They're trying to really make it to that next level. And it's basically you can qualify for bigger tournaments that could possibly qualify you for the next level, and if you can basically just keep going until you jump up to the pros through these qualifying tournaments. And these guys that have a lot more knowledge about it than me are going to talk about that with you here in a little bit. I'm going to ask them some questions, hopefully questions y'all may have at home, and we're going to talk about how to get into the TBF specifically. And that's going to be just basically what we're talking about today, so just stay tuned. We're about to get started with the interviews, and hopefully to give y'all some good information. Alright guys, so I'm not going to be on the camera right now. We got Jim Sparrow here now. He's going to introduce himself to y'all and let you know a little bit about how to get into it's the ABF. I was mistaken earlier that it's part of the TBF, but it's going to be the ABF, and he's going to explain some of that to y'all right now and let you know how to get started and all that good stuff.
Alright guys, hey, I'm Jim Sparrow. I'm the president of the Alabama Bass Federation. The Alabama Bass Federation is affiliated with the TBF. That's called the Bass Federation. We are a state affiliated with them. We run a tournament trail throughout the state of Alabama. Our adult trail, we have 4 qualifying tournaments a year with a 2-day state championship. You've got to be a member of an affiliated club to fish our tournament trail. It's not complicated to get into a club. If you know an existing club, you just contact the administration for that particular club and meet their criteria, which basically in most cases paying their club dues, paying your Alabama Bass Federation dues, and your TBF dues. And it's also an avenue you can join if you're not in an area with an affiliated club. We have a statewide club called the Alabama Ranger Club. And you can go on our website, which is www.albassfed.org, click on the Join Now tab, and you can join that club right there. That covers your TBF dues, your Alabama Bass Federation dues, and once you do that, you're eligible to participate in our tournament trail. We also run a junior and high school trail, and all those folks got to be a member of the Student Angler Federation as well as the TBF to fish the junior and high school trail. We're a grassroots organization. Fishing our trail, you've got the opportunity to fish our qualifiers. You got to fish a minimum number. You got to fish 2 qualifiers to qualify our state championship trail. To fish our state championship trail, you're in the qualification range. Percentage of our qualifiers at our state championship qualify for the annual District 4 National Semifinals tournaments, which we take our qualified anglers. We either fish Alabama waters or we'll go to Mississippi and fish Mississippi waters. It's a alternating state host. This year we're going to be fishing in Mississippi, so Mississippi is hosting the event. Next year we'll be fishing Alabama waters because Alabama will be hosting an event. You fish the district semifinals. If you're the top finishing angler and co-angler in Alabama, you'll advance to the TBF National Tournament the following spring, which is normally March or April the following year. You have the opportunity there to qualify to go to the BF All-American. Winning overall angler, winning overall co-angler at that event wins what you call the Living Your Dream package, The winning angler gets a $125,000 purse, which includes a brand new, fully equipped Ranger 520. The co-angler gets about a $40,000 winning package, and both qualify to fish the tournament trails of their choice for the following season with the incentives such as stipend and entry fees paid by TBF. It's a great opportunity. But at Alabama Bass Federation, you're fishing against very good anglers. These are weekend anglers, everyday guys. They got a job during the week. They work, they take time off, they come fish, and it's a very competitive. Our format at Alabama Bass Federation is a angler co-angler draw format. But however, if you're an angler and register with a co-angler, we call that a link. You can fish with your link for the entire season. If you don't have a pair or a link, then you go into the draw, and you'll draw out as an angler or co-angler if you don't have anybody to link with. It's a great opportunity, it's a great fellowship, it is a very competitive tournament trail, and we welcome new members. And come on out and fish our trail. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a great opportunity. You would have the opportunity to advance on to a semi and national level, and that's opened the door to some other professional if you'd like to go that route as well. Alrighty, and appreciate your time. Remember our website, www.albassfed.org. Click on the Join Now tab. If you got any questions, you can call me directly, 334-201-4135. Thank you for your time.
Alright guys, so I don't really have a whole lot of questions because he did such a good job of answering pretty much everything I would have asked. But I will put in the description a lot of that information if you missed it, and I'll probably put some stuff on the screen, and we'll go on. We're going to talk to a couple of anglers in this trail. So they're not here yet, so as soon as they get here we're going to get that started. So we'll see you here in just a minute. Alright guys, we got Brooke Galbraith here, and I'm just going to start off asking her a couple of questions, and maybe she'll run with it like Mr. Jim Sparrow did. But so Brooke, how long have you been in the ABF?
Probably about, what, 6 or 7 years?
6 or 7 years?
Yes, sir.
And how far have you gotten in the ABF?
Semi-nationals.
Semi-nationals?
Yes.
And what did that, how many tournaments did it take for you to get there?
Well, you know, you have all your qualifiers that you do, and then you go to state tournament, and then from state tournament, then you can go, you know, to the semi-nationals then. Usually there's 4 qualifiers, and then 2-day state tournament, and then you go to the semi-nationals.
So where did you go to the semi-nationals at? What lake did you get to fish?
So I went to nationals. It was on Lake Gunnersville. A lot of the semi-nationals, I've been to several different lakes, like Pigwig, you know, Lake Henry, several different lakes like that.
So how did you end up doing at Gunnersville? Was that a good tournament for you?
It was a very good tournament. Of course, there, you know, normally in the regular qualifiers, I fish with my husband, but then whenever I get to go to those kinds of tournaments, I get the opportunity to fish with other anglers from, you know, different states.
And how was that getting paired with somebody else?
I've had very good experiences. You know, sometimes, you know, I always pose the question of, you know, everybody has to do, you know, their basic ADLs, you know, going to the restroom and that type of thing. For me, it's never been a problem. Every angler that I've always been with has been very respectful in that aspect. I've never had a problem with that.
Cool. And so you said you made it. How did you do in the nationals? Was it a bomb, or did you?
It was pretty much a bomb. I didn't catch a fish on the first day. The second day, I caught a couple of fish in that tournament.
And that was a 2 or 3 day tournament?
A 2-day tournament.
And now, had you won that tournament, what would have happened?
I would have gone on to the nationals then.
Okay. So you're talking about the semi-nationals now?
Yeah, well, that was like the regionals.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So basically, what we're saying is you just keep winning and keep winning until you build up, basically, to hopefully the dream package is what everybody's after.
Right,
they want that boat, yes. and to go all the way into the elites.
Yes.
So would you say the qualifier tournaments has helped you go farther in fishing than anything else, or were there some sponsorships? What was it that kind of pushed you into the highest level of fishing?
Probably just the experience of doing all the qualifiers. Like I fished, with most of those I fished with my husband, of course, and getting the experience of fishing with other anglers has helped a lot too. Just knowing that I'm more out there kind of on my own as a co-angler with the other anglers in like the semi-nationals and the nationals and things like that.
Right. Awesome.
I would just like to encourage all women, if your husband fishes, if your brother fishes, if your father fishes, go with them. And I encourage all men to ask your wives, your girlfriends. It's a great experience. It's a great time for you to get to just be together, share a lot of experiences together. And for me and my husband, it's been an awesome experience as we get to travel together. We get to meet so many new people. So it's been a wonderful experience for us.
Right, and the fishing community is awesome, man. Everybody, there's some, people out there that are kind of mean and don't want to share information, but for the most part, like if you're another fisherman, everybody's usually pretty nice to you, willing to share some things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just accepted really quickly. So it's pretty cool. So that's Brooke Galbraith, and thank you for coming out and talking to us a little bit. And we'll move on to, I think, somebody else here shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Alright guys, so this is Rusty Burrows. He has been to the Nationals in the ABF 3 times. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, and we're going to maybe share some fun stories or something. We'll see.
Alright, I've been fishing federation tournaments since 1986, since it was just one federation.
That was the year I was born.
And we split several years ago, and you have a Bass Nation side and you have an Alabama Bass Federation. It's part of the Bass Federation. Started out as for Forestdale Wood Group, Forestdale Wood Tour, but I've been blessed. I've fished all these since the split, and I'm one of the district directors. I have been for many years, and this is a great organization, and it's the quickest way, or I say the easiest way, to move to the next level. We have 4 qualifying tournaments. We have a state tournament, and if you qualify, used to you fished a 7-state Southern Divisional. Now it's not. It's called the National Semifinals, and we're paired with Mississippi. We rotate each year. One year it's in Alabama, the next year it's in Mississippi. This year it happens to be in Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to Ross Barnett. We go there in October of this year. But I've been fishing Federation for about as long as I can remember. I coached for a living. I retired teaching and coaching in 2003, and pretty much all I did is fish. And my children were young, and I fished FLW Tour for 3 years and stayed gone doing that. And when my children got involved in sports and in cheerleading, volleyball, softball, everything else they did fishing, I quit traveling so much and started fishing local. And this was my favorite local trail. I fished a little bit of everything, but I use this as a priority since I'm a board member or district representative. I schedule this first, and then I go to other organizations or other tournaments after this trail. But as I said, we have 4 qualifiers, then a state tournament, then a national semifinal tournament. This year, and started last year, we have 2 of our qualifiers in the fall and 2 in the spring, and our state tournament each year is in May. So we do that to avoid, in the fall there's not a lot of tournaments, so we're able to put our tournament dates on dates that not many other tournaments are there with us, so we're able to get a good turnout. And this group is run by Jim Sparrow. He's our president. He does an excellent job. Since I've been with the Alabama Bass Federation, we've had 3 presidents, Al Redding, John Hall, and Jim Sparrow. All 3 of them have done a great job of what they do, the organization, their tournament directing skills they do. And the group of fishermen here are very competitive, a good group of fishermen or fisherwomen. We have several ladies that fish our tour as well. But it's a great group of people, and if you come and participate and you win one of these tournaments, you've had a good weekend, because these guys take it serious. They come weeks ahead of time to practice, they work hard, and you have to have a good day to beat them because they're very good.
So that answered a whole lot of questions. It didn't leave me with a lot, so we'll just skip into, I think you said you had one pretty good national.
Right. First year I went to the Nationals, I qualified in Lake Norman in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I fished Davidson Creek up there right by Davidson University. I was looking at it as I was catching the fish. But I won that up there, so I got to go as a boater. And I went to the Nationals. We fished out of Branson, Missouri, or the north end of Bull Shoals. And I went up and practiced and had a really good practice, and went back a month later for the tournament. And the first tournament day it snowed, and I wasn't going far. I went right down the lake and fished some bluff walls with a homemade jig, and I led the first day. I had a really good day, and the next day I was boat number 1. And back then, if you won that tournament, you went to the Forest Wood Cup. So I was excited. Of course, didn't sleep that night after leading the first day. And I was boat number 1, so I go straight down the lake and get to my bluff bank, and I pulled in, and about my second pitch, I caught a 4-pounder, and I said, oh my goodness, this is gonna be perfect. Never had a bite the rest of the day, and I was too stubborn to change. I did so well day 1, and in my practice, pitching that jig on the bluff banks, I wouldn't change. The sun popped out, it was a different day, and the guys that won went on down the lake and threw jerk baits and beat me. But it's a great organization. The grassroots, which we have our local qualifiers, a state tournament, and then we have the national semifinals. Then you get to go to the Nationals if you're the leading boater, non-boater of the Alabama side. So it's a great program, and what you go to is a little different now. Now you win a boat if you were to win the Nationals.
Right.
And that's yours to keep.
Package.
Right. Used to be it was a truck and boat, the dream package. You used a year, they paid entries. Now they give you, you get a boat, you get to keep it, but you get to select a tournament trail, and they'll pay your way into that. So the end results are excellent if you stick with it and do well. But
also, if you do make it to the Nationals or something, the ABF will actually help you out with gas and stuff.
oh,
like that.
absolutely. You know, when I went out there the first day, we had brand new Rangers. They gave us, and of course, Flippin, Arkansas is just right down the road, and we got to tour the plant. We've done that several times, and it's very nice. And they gave us new Rangers, and still had the new fiberglass smell, and we put our food in the lockers and couldn't eat them because it smelled like fiberglass. But the brand new boats, and this is what the guy told us. He said these motors have not been broken in. He said they're yours to use. He said use it like it's yours. Oh, wow. And we did. But they treat you great out there. But that's the end result. What most people need to realize is this is a great organization. It's run well, got good people. You're not going to get rich fishing this trail, but it's not going to break the bank with you fishing this as well. It don't cost that much.
Right. The goal is to qualify ultimately.
Right. Absolutely.
But the trail's still going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you're not getting rich. You still make some money.
We go around the state. You know, this coming year, actually, we have 3 tournaments on the Coosa River, and we have one on the Tennessee River. And then we'll have our state championship at Guntersville, and then the Southern Division, which we'll host next year, will be in Guntersville as well.
Right.
But it's certainly rewarding to fish this organization. Like I say again, it's well run, and we've got a great group of people, and it's just a great opportunity for weekend anglers to go to the next level.
Right. Well, Rusty, man, we appreciate that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate talking about it anytime.
And talking to us.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Hi, guys. We got Walter Orr here. He's been the Angler of the Year 3 times in a row this year, and he's going to tell us just a little bit about his experiences with the ABF.
Hi, I'm Walter Orr. I fished the ABF going on about 10 years now. I started as a co-angler for about 3 years. Made the Nationals in it 3 times, and went to Santee Cooper for the National Division over yonder. It was nice. The trail is real good for a starter-upper or somebody just like a weekend angler like to come fish. It's not really expensive. You don't win a lot of money, but it's good things to do. You meet good people. It's over and all the best little trail I've been in. And I like it all the way. Like I said, Jonathan told you, I'm a 3-time Angler of the Year for 21, 22, and 23. And I did that as a boater on the boater side. And I've been to the qualifiers. I have won a qualifier. And it's all around a great trail. Good friends, good guys. They talk about fishing. You know, a lot of people won't tell you nothing, but everybody combines together. And we have fun. We practice a lot. A lot of guys, we just hang out. It's just a good family organization that I think it's good for anybody that's not real into fishing to get into fishing, and you can go to the next level, just, you know, a little hard time fishing it. But over and all, I love it to death. And like I said, I've been fishing a little over 10 years, and we're going to the Nationals again in Mississippi this time. And I hope I can pass it and get a little bit further this time. But over and all, I love the trail. The presidents, Jim Sparrow, all the guys, all the directors, nice. You know, you have questions, they'll answer them for you. They get the best questions, probably a lot of questions answered. But they do the best they can to give us what we need to be. And like I said, it's just a good trail. I like it over and all. And it took me a few years to get where I am now, but like I said, I have repeated 3 times. And I take a lot of time in my practice and going in and out of town. But over and all, it's a good trail, period. If you want to get into something, the ABF is a good trail to get in.
Awesome, and that's going to be low risk, high reward too, because like you said, it's not real expensive to fish it.
No.
But you got the opportunity, whether you put your all into it or not, to go real far in this trail. So it's pretty cool. But Walter, appreciate having you. Thanks for coming and talking to us a little bit. And guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified about my future videos. Until next time, I'm Jonathan Harris. Thanks for watching.